Hey there, party peoples. Welcome to Nothing Ventured, Nothing Game. I'm your favorite neighborhood car dealer, Fabio. And today we'll be playing Ramen Fury. And what better place to do that than at Roc N Ramen? So today we have a special guest for you. The man, the myth, the legend, owner, and head chef of Roc N Ramen, Chef Wayne.
Hey, Fabio. Slurpers, how you doing? How are you? How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic, and I'm so glad to have you here. So glad to have some ramen, and so glad to play some games. So I'm excited.
Well, you know, we're a bunch of big kids in here, so we're ready to do whatever it is you guys want to do today. Let's go. Let's have some fun.
Fantastic. As I was saying before, we're going to be doing a playthrough of Ramen Fury. It's a game where you play and make bowls of ramen, earn the most points, and have to make the tastiest soup. You excited for that?
I'm very excited because I make a lot of tasty ramen. So I think I got an advantage on you.
Oh, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I know a little bit more about games. I know you a little bit more about ramen, but you know what? We'll see what happens.
All right. Yeah, you hear him? You hear him, guys? A lot of talk, a lot of talk.
But before we even get into the game, I want to know a little bit more about Chef Wayne. What got you into the business? What was it that made you decide, hey, ramen's going to be the thing that I make? And how did this get into this culture?
Okay, well, in a nutshell, I'm a former New York City detective. After retiring, I went into food, which is what I was doing prior to the police department. I ended up as regional vice president for Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Did that for 8 years. I happened to be away opening some restaurants, and when I came home after about a month, my daughters, Mia and Lainey, actually had a movie for me called Ramen Girl with Brittany Murphy.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So it touched your heart and opened up your stomach.
It actually touched my heart. Not only did it touch my heart, I was really interested in finding out more about traditional ramen. Okay, unlike a lot of us, I did not have real ramen until almost 7 years ago, which is about the time that we've been open.
Oh, wow.
With that being said, I asked my daughter, after we watched the movie, I said, listen, find me a ramen spot. Let's go. We were in Westchester here. We're living in Westchester. And she came back to me about 10, 15 minutes later, and she goes, Dad, there's no ramen shops in Westchester. She said, do you want me to look somewhere else? I said, yeah, let's look until you find one. After looking throughout all the boroughs, she found a place called Ippudo in Manhattan. So we went to Ippudo. It was a Sunday. It was pouring rain. We get there. There was a line from the front door at 4 o'clock. They don't open till 5. There was a line from the front door. It went one city block and around the corner. My daughters both looked at me. They had just got their hair done, and they went, Dad, what do you plan on doing? I said, well, we're going to go get some umbrellas. We're going to stand in line and find out what this is all about. Yeah. So maybe it's just like the movie. Let's go. So we went, and we stood in line for 3.5 hours.
Oh, my God.
During that 3.5 hour time period, we met what I call today ramen head or slurpers. Okay? And they were telling me, well, listen, if you've come to one of the best ramen places. If you like this, you're going to want to try Toto ramen, Sapporo ramen, Jin ramen. So we went ahead, we tried it, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
It hit the spot?
Hit the spot. I understood why people were waiting in line so long. The next day, I grabbed the family again with my fiance this time, and we headed into Manhattan again and tried Toto ramen. The next day, we tried Jin ramen. The next day, we went to Sapporo ramen.
You guys went everywhere.
We just started. Yes. I ended up befriending a couple of ramen shop owners.
Okay.
After about 2 or 3 months of doing this, I wanted to now learn how to make it. And when, yes, I wanted to know how to make this ramen. Yeah. Because there was nothing in Westchester. Okay, there was nothing in Westchester, and I said, listen, if we do this, I'll have a great audience. So I went ahead and I hit a couple of the people that I had befriended and asked them, could you show me? They immediately told me no. And they said it just like that. They were smiling and looking at me, and they went, no, I'm sorry, we can't show you. I can't show you. Maybe someone else can.
Okay.
Okay, but it takes years to learn how to master this craft. It's going to take forever to learn how to do this. And the next thing you know, I went and I hit 3 other ramen places. They all told me the same thing. So with that being said, I went ahead and I started to Google how to make ramen. But that back in 2014 was a struggle as well, because the ingredients that they were asking for were things I never even heard of.
Gotcha.
Yeah, longfoot. Can you tell me what longfoot is?
I have no clue what
Black mushroom.
I got a size 14.
There you go.
Suit.
That's exactly what I said. I started looking at relatives and friends like, hey, could I use your leg? But no. All seriousness, I went ahead and tried to find, I couldn't find anywhere to make ramen in quantities. And even if I could, there were ingredients that I just couldn't grab or get. So with that being said, I went ahead and Googled how to make ramen anywhere in the world, and a place popped up in Japan. I went ahead and gave them a call. Now, mind you, one of the actual individuals that told me no, I had another one who told me, sure, I'll teach you, but it's going to cost you $75,000. So because I wanted to do this ramen shop so bad, and I was doing it on my own dime, no loans or anything, the $75 would have depleted everything it would have taken in order for me to open up the shop that we sit in today. So with that being said, I Googled some more. I found a place in Japan. The place in Japan, I called them. It was a 12-hour time difference, 12 or 13-hour time difference. And when I called them, someone answered the phone. They spoke perfect English. I explained to them what I wanted to do. And they said, listen, for $3,000 and change, you come down, we'll teach you how to make it, and there we go. So I went ahead and I took a leave of absence from my job at Five Guys. I went down to Japan. I learned how to make ramen. Within the second week, it was a 3-week course. Within the second week, I knew that this whole ramen game was going to be something that I wanted to do, possibly for the rest of my life, or to take advantage of the popularity that it was having right now. And with that being said, I quit my job with Five Guys and I stayed in Asia for approximately 7 months, just learning how to make ramen.
Wow.
Yeah.
This sounds like an awesome adventure, a great story.
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
The proper way to do it, and you also learn where it matters.
Yes. What I did learn, I learned how to make traditional ramen, okay, from Japan, out of Osaka. And with that, I took the knowledge of what I've learned over the years, being that I come from a Caribbean background of Trinidadian and Barbados.
Yeah.
And I took a lot of the different dishes that I learned as a child through my parents, my grandparents, and I said, what if I took some of these items and infused them into traditional Japanese ramen? And that's how we came up with Roc N Ramen, Japanese and Caribbean fusion. Hence oxtail, jerk chicken, now curry chicken, curry goat.
I love these flavors. Every single time I look at the menu and there's something brand new, I saw the curry goat, I was like, oh, wait a second. This is speaking to my heritage. I need this in my body.
Yes.
So Chef Wayne, looking at your menu, you have some wild flavors and also some traditional ones.
Yes.
You have shoyu, you have tonkatsu, and your wild flavors like the spicy pork bone, also the jerk chicken. What is it that goes through your mind? You decide this is going to be on my menu and this is what I want people to eat.
Well, you know what? Having experienced so many different ramens, it became something where, okay, so we're throwing pork in ramen, we're throwing all these different Asian type proteins into ramen. Why can't we flip it a little bit and give everybody a flavor profile, something that that others would like? And that's what it came to be. I was making oxtail all the time.
Yeah.
So what if I took some of the oxtail and threw it into the tonkatsu broth?
Yeah.
And then maybe throw a little bit of curry into the broth as well, mix it up, and let's see what we get.
Yeah.
So I never put it on the menu. When I first opened the restaurant, I only had 3 ramens. I had my shoyu, my tonkatsu, and my vegetable miso.
Gotcha.
Then I went ahead as a special for 3 years, I made my oxtail.
I remember those days.
Yes.
I remember those days.
Yes. Only on the weekend. If it were, you were lucky to be able to try it on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But I saw that during the week, I'm not real busy. But come Thursday, Friday, especially if it was a holiday, I'm going to get a lot of people who are going to come because they want that oxtail.
That's when the action is. That's when everybody gets thirsty.
Exactly. And that's when I noticed a lot of the lines that I waited on in New York were always Friday through Sunday. Okay? But what can I do to help proliferate the type of people that I got to my restaurant? What I noticed throughout my travels of eating ramen, especially in New York, I had a lot of Asians and Caucasians in line. There were very few minorities in these ramen lines. Very, very few. So what could I do to cause a trickle-down effect to Roc N Ramen to have people scratching their heads going, wow, did you hear they have oxtail? Do you hear they're serving curry chicken ramen?
Mm-hmm.
Not just like a Asian curry, but they're using West Indian curry and jerk in these broths.
You're speaking to the islanders at that point.
You know, so my restaurant, our restaurant is situated and located across the street from Golden Crust, next door to Smoke and Spice. Those are all Caribbean restaurants. Mm-hmm. We have more Caribbean restaurants in a 1 mile radius than we do pizzerias, than we have traditional Chinese restaurants. Okay? So with that being said, I wanted to create something that would cause everybody, white, black, Asian, Muslim, Indian, you name it, I wanted to have everyone walk through those doors.
Everybody felt represented. Everybody feels like they can enjoy something. You know, something feels like, ooh, this is familiar. Like,
you know, I noticed a lot of people asking me, do you do vegan? Do you do vegetarian? Yes, we do. Do we, do you have other broths that can, you know, do you do other than tonkatsu? Do you do anything that's just vegetable? You know, so yes, I do vegetable, but I do it with shrimp, with curried shrimp, with jerk pork.
You're making my mouth water right now, so you need to calm down, all right, Chef Wayne?
Well, I'm just gearing you up for the game, okay? All right? You know, we're now talking about exotics.
Yes.
Name a ramen shop anywhere you know that are doing exotic ramens.
That is true. It's very, very few. Like,
if
that they don't have jerk chicken in the ramen.
Exactly. Right? Exactly.
So, like, speaking of, like, exotics and, like, having people from all over the place, one of the things that I do notice is that you've ended up starting to have a cult following on Instagram. You have your slurpers that follow you on a regular basis.
Yes.
Liking your photos, putting comments in and coming down here. Right? What do you attribute your success to?
You know, and I'll tell it straight to the audience. A lot of our success comes directly from the vibe we give. Okay? The food is good. But the vibe you get when you come into the restaurant, that's what makes Roc N Ramen, okay? Because each and every one of my employees carry that same vibe. You know, we could have the best ramen in the world, but without the right customer service, without interacting with the guest, what do you have? You've got nothing.
You've got bowls of soup.
You've got some bowls, right? You got a bowl of soup, okay? Without the gong, without the bell, which I'm shocked we don't have a bell sitting right here, because that bell is a staple of our company. When people write, if you look at our Instagram and our Facebook, you know, you guys have done videos where you're shouting out my ramen, but you put a bell right in the middle of it and you're dinging the bell and saying thank you. Okay, the reason we do that is because we thank you for coming and spending your hard-earned dollars in our restaurant. And for that, we want to give you the type of experience that you will never have anywhere else.
And this is very true.
Okay, so that's the reason I think we're getting such a presence on Instagram. You know, I'm not one of those shop owners who come up with a great idea and have it make me a lot of money and then I disappear. Okay, it's not about that. This is about giving you, the guest, something that you can take with you and that you'll want to experience again.
It's an experience in itself. You're giving heart. You put that little bit of your soul into every single ramen bowl.
Absolutely.
So when they slurp it up, like all the slurpers
They're
do,
always smiling.
they know it's from the heart.
That's right.
They know they
That's
enjoy
right.
it.
Your director earlier said, "Yeah, you had a great smile," and that's about 98% of Roc N Ramen. You know, it's that smile.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it with my whole heart.
Yeah.
Now that I've already worked up an appetite and I'm ready for some fury, we're about to jump into playing Ramen Fury.
Watch
and
him
before we
lose.
do that, we're
He's
going to have
gonna
our
lose.
rules with Steve.
Hi, this is Steve from Nothing Ventured, Nothing Gamed, here to explain the rules of Ramen Fury. Ramen Fury is a set collection take-that style card game from 2 to 5 players, from the designer Forrest Pruzon Creative, M. Prospero Hall, from the publisher Mixlore. As you can see, it comes in a very similar packet, making it appear like a package of ramen noodles. Let's open it up. As you see, even the box looks like a brick of uncooked ramen noodles. The goal of Ramen Fury is to score the most points from your eaten bowls of ramen at the end of the game. Each player at the beginning of the game takes 3 bowls of ramen, places them in front of them, with the noodle side up to indicate they have not been eaten yet. The beginning setup is you shuffle the deck of ingredient cards, and then you draw the top 4 cards to indicate the available ingredients called the pantry. Each player is dealt 3 cards from the top of the deck into their hand, and then the game begins. On each turn, a player can take up to 2 actions from a list of available actions. Prep, draw, spoon, restock, eat, and empty. Prep is to take one of the cards in their hand and place it into one of their bowls. Note that you must place the card on top of all other cards on that bowl. You cannot reorder the cards. A bowl may never have more than 5 different ingredients placed on it and may not contain more than 1 ingredient card. Okay, the next action is draw. You may draw a card from the pantry or from the top of the ingredient deck and place it in your hand. When a card is taken from the pantry of face-up cards, it is immediately replaced. If a player ever has more than 5 cards in their hand, they must immediately discard down to 5 cards. Each player is also given 2 spoon tokens at the beginning of the game. Now we're going to go over the spoon action. Spending a spoon token will let you take the top ingredient from any bowl from any player and place it into one of your own bowls or into your hand. And then you discard the spoon token. When you use the restock action, you discard all of the available ingredients in the pantry and restock them with 4 new cards. Now note that the chili pepper and the nori have special rules when revealed in this way. So once a nori or a chili pepper is revealed by drawing from the top of the deck to refill the pantry, you immediately take that card and place it into any bowl on the table. The nori is worth 1 point into your bowl. The chili pepper is generally worth a -1 point to your bowl unless you have Fury flavor card in your bowl, which takes the -1 and turns it into a +2. And remember, you can only have up to 5 ingredient cards in a bowl at any given time. The action allows you to turn over one of your bowls of ramen and score it for the end of the game. Note that to eat a bowl of ramen, it must have at least 1 ingredient and 1 flavor card in it to be eaten. So once it's flipped over, it now may no longer be affected by any player's spoon cards, or may have any player place chili peppers or any other cards on it. It is effectively out of the game until the end of the game. The last action is the empty action. Anytime a bowl is not really going your way, you can choose to discard all of the items in that bowl out of the game, and you can start fresh. Once a player has eaten their final bowl of ramen, each other player gets 1 more turn of 2 actions, and then the game ends. And you add up all the bowls of ramen that you've eaten throughout the game, adding all the nori garnishes and subtracting all the chili pepper negative points, and whoever has the most points wins. Keep in mind the different flavor cards in the game require you to have different types of ingredients to score that bowl. Some of them require you to have a pair of the same named ingredient, 2 eggs or 2 pieces of corn to score. and others require unique, different types of ingredients, such as corn and tofu for soy sauce flavor, or tofu and naruto for beef flavor. Keep in mind there are these hybrid cards, so they count as either or. And then you have things like shrimp flavor, which require you have each ingredient. In this case, to score 4 points, you have to have at least 1 vegetable and 1 protein. The illustrious Fury flavor scores you points for those diabolical chili peppers. A normal game of Ramen Fury has each player having 3 bowls, and then the end of the game is triggered when the player eats their 3rd bowl of ramen. In our game, we decided to go with 2 bowls, just to make the game look a little faster. And that is how you play Ramen Fury. Now on to Fabio and the Roc N Ramen crew.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. We're not to actually play Ramen Fury. So, everybody at home knows exactly how we're going to play. However, we're going to modify it just a little bit. Instead of 3 bowls of soup, we're only going to have 2, just so everything flows a little bit better. Everybody ready?
Ready.
All right,
Ready.
so the order is going to be Chef Wayne, and then we also have a new guest, his daughter, Mia. Right?
Hello.
She will follow up, and then I will be the last one. I drew the shortest chopstick, so I go last. All right? So,
All
Chef
right.
Wayne, go for it. You have the first turn.
Yes, sir.
Right, so you can either draw. You're going to draw. He wanted that card before we even started, everybody. So just remember. Right? And he's already put it into his soup off the bat. All right? So now he's ready. So we're going to refill the empty spots and put something in the mix. All right? Now it's Mia's turn. Ooh, Mia decided to draw.
Can
She's going to lay anything down.
Mm-mm.
You're going to hold it. I see she's
Yeah.
holding it close to the chest. She wants to make sure nobody can actually see her hand, which is really smart thinking.
She's a
right?
poker player. That's
No,
why.
no.
That's all poker. You got any 3s, Mia? No, not so much? All right, fair enough. I'm going to pick up the tofu, put it in my hand.
Oh,
I'm going to
really?
refill.
He did
what's
that on
down here.
purpose.
Of
Okay.
course I did.
Nori.
All right, and then I will end my go. Go for it,
All
Chef
right.
Wayne.
Wow.
Chef Wayne's already put 2 different flavor packets into his soups. Like a true chef, he already knows how he's going to start his soup and figure out what's going on.
And I'm
giving
going
himself a
one more
plan.
time.
All right.
Right?
So he already put 1 down. All right. So he's asking whether he can put another thing down. I'm looking at Steve for the thumbs up or thumbs down. Yeah, thumbs up. Do it. All right. He put his flavor packet in. He put his meat in the mix.
Chasu.
He's going forward. All right. Now does Mia's go. Mia decided to draw. She's staring at her cards.
I'm done.
I'm cheating hard and looking at her cards as well.
Uh-oh.
Seeing as now it is my turn. Chef Wayne's already saying that he's going. I'm not going to take from here. But what I want to do is
Lose.
I'm going to wipe these all out.
Oh.
Put them in the trash and put 4 new cards
Very smart.
onto
Very
the
smart.
playing field.
Oh, you shouldn't have did that.
Oh, it's okay.
Look at
Because I
you.
wiped them all.
Oh, look at that.
I can still do one more thing. I'm going to use my last action to draw a card. I'm going to pick up the shrimp flavor.
Okay, I'll place
Ooh.
this one. Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
look at that. Another shrimp flavor went down. I will end my go. Go for it, Chef Wayne. Chef Wayne's going to use his action to draw.
1
All right.
and 2.
All right.
All
So he
right.
put down a Naruto on top of his meats. Oh, he's ready. He's got a meat dish ready to go. All right.
All right.
I see there's a plan.
So I could pick up, and then I can drop. And that's my 2.
There you go.
Okay.
She picked up and drew. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a card from the top. Pull that down. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place a scallion card down on one of my soups and end my turn.
Okay.
Go for it, Chef Wayne. He's thinking. He's determined.
There's chili peppers.
I know.
He's looking at the chili peppers. They look like a
Now,
threat.
that was 1 action. This is 2. And
Yep.
that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Now
What
it's Mia's
to do?
go.
What to do? I'm gonna add. I think I'm gonna add scallions as one action.
Ooh.
And corn as an... Oh, wait, not the corn. Chasu as the other one.
Ooh.
Alright, and then I'm done.
So you got like a nice little meat dish, meat and veggie dish. Yeah, she's got the pairing.
Smart.
She understands what she's doing. She's played this game before. So I have 5 cards in my hand.
I don't need to talk Fabio through the wind.
He wants to make sure he wins, everybody. It's okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down my tofu
Yum.
on top of this dish. So I got a little bit of everything.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to use my second action to put a favor packet on it. And then I will end my go.
Okay. When can I use that chili card?
Whenever you want. Pick it up and put it on.
You know what? Just because the two of them are acting suspect, like, go ahead, chef, put it down. I got you because I got the banger card. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go picking up as one action, laying it down as another. But if I want to pick up, lay down, close, I can't.
Yeah, no.
That would be 3 actions.
You can close your next round. Good to know you're closing, though.
No one said I'm closing.
But you might. But you might. One action to draw. Ooh.
Okay.
One action to draw.
My turn.
That's it. Okay.
My turn.
It is Mia's turn.
I'll pick up. Pick up again. Okay.
Alright. So what I'm going to do is I am going to wipe out the board again. Yeah. I don't like these cards and put 4 new ones onto
That was the worst
board.
move you could have ever made.
Why?
Maybe.
I'm about to turn it out.
And I will
You
pick
can't
up
use any of those.
with my last move, tofu. And I will end my go.
You can't
Thank
use
you so
the
much.
board.
Oh, that's rough.
Fine. I'm getting rid of all those.
Oh, that
That's
is one action.
Now, this laying down is not an action. Okay.
Oh, man. Ooh.
Okay. And now, I have one action left.
That is correct.
Go ahead and use it.
No, I'm not going to.
I'm just going to pick up a card. In your hand. Put it in your hand.
Oh,
That's
I
funny.
can't put it down.
Yep, not yet.
That's an action.
Okay.
You're learning. We're
My
all learning.
turn.
Go for it, man.
Alright, I'm done.
Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down my secondary tofu card. Wait, should not have done that. I'll take this back. Sorry.
Oh, you can board and pick up again?
Can I take it back?
Once you board something, you can
You know
pick
what?
it back
I
up?
put it down. I will use my spoon to move it over.
Oh, very
I
good,
won't cheat. I won't cheat. I
Fabio.
won't cheat. I won't cheat. Everybody
But-
watch me cheat right on camera. So
I
it's
didn't
totally
get
good.
it.
Right.
Hence, okay, I have a question. That was his move, right?
That was both my moves.
How do I take from someone else?
Use
a
your spoon.
Spoon, really? Okay, thank you. I'm taking this from Fabio.
Thief!
And that is going on top of this.
Now get rid of that spoon.
And now this spoon is gone.
Spoon is
Okay.
gone forever.
Alright, my turn.
That's one.
Oh.
I get one more.
You get one more.
Oh, it's on and popping now.
He saw me doing too much. He said, no, I don't want that.
And I get one more. Here we go. There we go. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. I'm liking this. Okay. You ready?
Woo! Put a little spicy.
Oh.
The game just changed.
Oh.
The game just got real.
Good look, me. Okay.
So,
I got you.
I'm going to do
I had
is I'm going to
to.
pick up this meat
Get my
as
attorney
one
on the
action.
phone. I'm changing the will.
I'm going to lay down the meat as a secondary action. And that will end my go.
Okay. There's too much movement going on here.
Go for
I
it.
can't take my spoon and spoon that out.
You can.
And put it somewhere else.
You can.
I think you can.
Yeah.
We'll just say you can, and then we'll change it in editing if it's wrong.
Huzzah. That is an action. Chef Wayne decides to take out the chili.
That was one action?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
and
got
I
one
get to
left.
pick again? Ain't this some shit? Oh,
It's okay. We're 18 and
I'm
over.
sorry. Okay, that's me, right?
Yep, that's you.
Yeah,
I can't
you're
do
done.
anything after that. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Mia, it is your go.
I'm done.
Oh,
No, don't you gotta use your spoon?
No, I don't have to use my spoon. I'll keep my chili.
she's choosing not to.
It's
All
just
right.
negative. It's just
Oh!
negative
It's
one.
-1. Okay.
She's like, I'm not worried about it. She's
Okay.
got faith in herself.
This is becoming a rivalry.
So what I'm going to do
Okay.
is I'm going to place down my mushroom. And you know what? I got tofu, I got scallions, I got chasu, I got mushrooms in the soup. It looks delicious. My second action, I'm going to eat it.
Yum.
So I've officially eaten one bowl. There is one bowl left, everybody.
Okay.
And I will end my turn.
All right. And I am. This is one action.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to lay this down,
Oh.
and then I'm going to eat this bowl.
Ooh.
Because I now have my pork, my Naruto, my egg, my chili pepper that I love, and some more damn tofu. Okay, there we go. And that bowl is eaten.
One bowl has
Okay.
been eaten.
And that is my turn.
All right.
Okay.
Go for it, Mia. It is now your turn. Chef Wayne's already eaten one bowl. Fabio's already eaten one tasty bowl.
I'm gonna add that. And I'm going.
She dropped down a Naruto. A little bit of protein. All
And corn.
And corn. All right.
right. That ends your go?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to use my turn. I'm going to draw, pick up this scallion, and I'm also going to pick up this soy sauce.
All right.
And I will
I'm
end.
gonna lay it down.
I will end my turn.
Okay.
Give that formal ending. That's years of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic. I end my turn. Go for it, Chef Wayne.
All right. I am going to. I am going to. Yep, I'm going to take this.
He's going to take that egg.
I'm putting the egg there. All right,
Oh.
I'm letting you
That
all
egg
know.
doesn't do anything
Oh no, it
for your
doesn't.
bowl.
What about the tofu with the meat and the
Daddy-
Got
vegetable?
both. Your tofu counts
Your
as both
bowl
meat and a
is
veggie.
just
Oh!
veggies.
Okay, everyone, I screwed up.
It's okay. It's okay.
Happens to the best of us.
My turn.
Oh, so that's useless. I just wasted.
Yeah, my turn.
I'm winning it now. I'm winning it. I'm winning it.
My
Alright.
turn.
Yes.
It's your go.
Okay. Okay.
Yo, you better do something, me.
She's like, stop him. Stop
I'm gonna
him.
pick this up and just add some tofu.
Smart move.
Huh?
There we go.
My
Huh?
tofu works in my bowl.
Yo,
I will also pick up this
I thought
tofu.
this meant I could put down either one. It's all good.
And what I will do is I will put down my secondary turn, my soy sauce flavor.
Okay.
Alright, and I end my turn.
And I. Do I have to get rid of this?
No,
have
you
to.
don't.
I'm
You
eating
just.
my last bowl.
Oh,
But
snap.
you need veggies.
He's got a couple in
There's
there.
nothing but veggie, scallions, tofu,
I don't think you
mushrooms.
understand. Point.
He's got it. He's got a plan.
All right, we'll see how your plan works.
We have one
One
more
turn.
turn.
Okay.
You may want to
Yeah.
eat those bowls,
Yeah,
man.
that's right. Get busy.
Oh,
girl.
are those? So I can't place. I would just have to eat my bowls.
Yeah, do you want to lean into one bowl and make sure you put something down and flip it so then it's done?
This
Or-
bowl's gonna be gone.
Or do you want to flip them both and see what points you get?
This is only.
So if we had a
This
plan, he
has
said, you know, I'm going to end this now.
Look at
Before
Fabio.
any-
Fabio's like, okay. Wait, do I have the right cards right now?
Don't think I do.
No, you don't.
So I can only place one card and then flip
Flip
it
it.
to eat it.
Or you can flip both bowls.
This bowl is useless.
And you may not want to flip. You could, what is it? You can get rid of the whole bowl. I mean, it doesn't, I would
Well,
say
this is
keep it
only
so you get
minus a
some
point.
points.
But this is only two. It's only 2 points.
It's actually 1 point. 'cause you got
Yeah, 1 point.
Hey, it's better than nothing. So you can guarantee you get 1 point by flipping this one, right?
Uh huh. This
or
one
you
is
can
more.
add something in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna add and then I'm
And then
gonna
flip it.
flip. So I'm gonna add that. and then I will eat my bowl.
All right. It's up to me. The last Mohican. So what I'm going to do is, thankfully, I was able to put at least something in my bowl before Chef Wayne decided to devour all of his ramen.
That's right.
I'm going to put down the tofu that I picked last as my first action. Make sure I get something in there, and then I'm also going to eat my last bowl of ramen.
Okay.
All right, everybody. The game is officially finished, and now what we're going to do is we're going to count it and see who got the most points.
9 and 13. Yeah, I did the negative one.
Woo! Chef Wayne won by a lot. by a whole lot.
He went to Japan.
Thank you.
All right, so
Thank you.
we got all our orders up, and we will say in order of who won. So in third place, we got Mia. How many points did you get, Mia?
8.
She got 8 points for a good hearty bowl of soup.
Yum.
Me, I put all my soups together, ate them. I was very full, and I got 10 full points. However, the winner of Ramen Fury in Roc N Ramen is Chef Wayne. Yay!
Hey, thank you. You know, I got to say, this was probably one of the best games I've played in a very long time. Outside of the fact that it's right up my alley, I didn't expect to lose. I really didn't. I mean, I knew that I could take these two with no problem whatsoever. And that's exactly what happened.
All right.
And Chef used all his skills from when he went to Japan, and you earned how many points, Chef?
23.
23 points, right? And everybody that knows me at home knows I actually did try to win. I was not going to let him win at all. This was
That's
not
right.
like, I was trying. I was really trying. We still got 23 points. But thank you so much for playing with
Thank
us.
you, guys.
We appreciate it.
This
was
was
so
great.
much fun.
This
Fun
was a lot
game.
of fun.
Yeah,
a lot of
We have
fun.
to get this game.
Good game. Got to get it.
So we had a fantastic time. Chef, did you have a good time?
It was great. It was absolutely amazing. It was a lot of fun.
I'm glad that you had a lot of fun.
Can we keep the game?
We'll see about that. I mean, if you beat me again, I will definitely make sure you get your own copy.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
We'll play for it. All
You
right?
might as well give it to me now.
He gave me the advantage of holding the sword, so like I feel a little bit better. You know how to make sure that I keep my pride.
After the loss.
So that being said, Chef, I want to make sure that everybody knows where to find you. Anything new? What's going on? Let everybody know in TV land and in podcast land exactly what's going on at Roc N Ramen.
Sure. You can come right to Roc N Ramen at 19 Anderson Street, New Rochelle, New York. Our telephone number is 914-365-2267. You can also find us on Facebook, and you can also find us on Instagram at Roc N Ramen or at Official Chef Wayne.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Chef Wayne. And
it.
everybody, you can find us at NVNG Podcast on Twitter, as well as at NVNG Podcast on Instagram, or go to our site, nvngpodcast.com. This is Nothing Ventured, Nothing Gained, giving a little advice, rolling dice with a little of that New York spice. See y'all later.